Welcome to ComputerKeyes Tutorials. This video will show you how to automate the faxing of spooled files with KeyesFax. There are a number of different methods for doing this. One is by monitoring an output queue. Spooled files placed into Faxcom will automatically be converted to an image and faxed. We can look at our sample spooled file by using the Work with Spooled Files command. Now let's open up our sample invoice spooled file. In this example, the fax number is already written on the page. KeyesFax can pick this phone number up and use it for faxing. We'll use the name of the spooled file, Invoice T, to identify it for processing. From the main menu, we'll use item 35 to teach KeyesFax how to process our sample invoice. I've already entered a record for Invoice T, so I'll open it up now and show you how it's configured. We start with the scan fields. KeyesFax is able to pull information out of the spooled file in specific positions, which we define here. We use the negate symbol, which is available on every 5250 keyboard as an escape character to define the substitution fields. On a PC keyboard, the negate symbol is typically mapped to the left bracket key, just to the right of the P. The first field I've picked up from the invoice is the invoice number. We can determine where it's located on the display spooled file screen. The invoice number is on the first line in the display, but IBM doesn't display any blank lines, so it's actually further down in the spooled file than it appears. We can determine the actual line number of the top line of the display by looking at the top right corner. The first line is line 4. We can see the invoice number starts in column 68 and runs for a length of 5 characters. So I've placed that information into the first scan field. Now we also want to extract an intention to value from the spooled file. It's down here on the 4th line of the display. In order to determine the actual line, we need to move the line 4 to the top of the page by typing a 4 into the control parameter. The display now starts on line 4, which we can see is actually line 13 of the spooled file. The intention to starts in column 14 and runs for a length of up to 25 characters long. I've placed these values into the second scan field. We also want to pick up the phone number so that KeyesFax can use it for faxing. KeyesFax will automatically burst multi-page spooled files if different pages happen to have different phone numbers. From the display spooled file screen, we can count down from the top line, which is currently at 4, to find the phone number on line 8. We type this number into the control parameter, and we can see that line 8 is actually line 17 in the spooled file. It starts in column 13 and runs for up to 20 characters long. I place these values into the third scan field. We provide other methods for getting the recipient's fax number as well. For example, you could pass a customer number taken from the spooled file and have our exit program extract the fax number from your database, but in this case it was easiest to simply grab it off the page. The phone number is now automated by typing a negate 3 into the parameter, and I can use the negate 1 anytime I want to refer to the invoice number, as I've done here in the description line. The description follows the fax in the fax queue and appears in the sent logs to let you know what has been faxed. The attention to line replaces the need to send a cover sheet by inserting a line in the top quarter inch of the fax page, displaying who the fax has been sent to and from. We can automate this process by typing negate 2 into the parameter. KeyesFax is also capable of sending a whole cover sheet if desired. You can create one by filling out these parameters on the second page, but in this case we didn't want to waste the extra time and paper. Let's go back to our spooled file. We can release it from our output queue and it will automatically be faxed, after which it returns to a hold status because the spooled file attribute has been set to save after printing. Using option 3 off of the fax communication menu, I can follow the progress of the released spooled file as it converts and faxes. Now I'm going to switch to a browser where I can view the actual page that we faxed. It is sent to your PC as a ck-tiff file extension, allowing you to select the viewer you want to use. I've already selected Microsoft Photo Viewer as the default viewer. Here's what our fax looks like. Notice that KeyesFax automatically put an overlay onto the fax image, transforming the plain spooled file text into a professional document, and you can see at the top of the page the attention to line is placed in the margin. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos on our channel, and you can visit us at ComputerKeyes.com.